Welcome back to Aether Race. This is week 211, day 6, and this is a pre-recorded or voiceover of yesterday's match. Recording for the second time because I messed up the first time. So I wasn't able to play it at home before I left, so I had to play at work during my break. I'm in a cafeteria, so I couldn't really record like normal, especially because I was sitting with there was a lot of people around me, so it made it very difficult. So I still needed to play, and I still kind of wanted to have a video to be able to record it. So I just recorded with the microphone turned off, so it wouldn't capture any of the ambient noise. Unfortunately, it didn't also capture any of the in-game sounds. So this is just gonna be the voice over the video. Yeah. So we get matched to an opponent. The internet was really bad, so it was really laggy. It took forever to get started. But yeah, once I saw this, I was like, okay, Edgar is probably gonna be the hardest thing for me to deal with. So I decided to check the units to see if anybody has Hardy Bearing on it, especially like these two range units over here, to see if maybe I should go with Byleth. But instead of it, I decided no, it's probably better to go with Flora, just because the debuffs and everything, she's more tanky. So I decided, I'm just gonna go with Flora, set her up to tank the range units, have Lucina near save, basically how this team is supposed to work. I also know that she has Rupture Skies, so that does come in handy against both Fallen Edelgar and the dragons. She has Fatal Smoke to be able to inflict the wounds, so yeah, prevent anyone from healing. So the first thing I do is obviously just set up in order to have Ash position, and then with Lucina to be able to swap up with Flora in order to negate buffs as usual. So set up that, then move Flora. Their catapult doesn't really hit anything, and this is Duoduma, so he won't be destroying any buildings. Not that it matters since it's all a cap school, and the only one that would be affected against it is Director Letizia. But I did forget that this Duma also deals the 7 damage, so I was like, oh, that's gonna be annoying. And then the guard effect on Flora. So yeah, thanks to her damage reduction, she doesn't take that much damage from Yuri, and she's actually able to double him while he's not able to double her. This is why I do like Flora. She's able to actually get speed on her, even though she's not really a speedy unit. So here I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take the Aether. I didn't take it before just because it would allow Meteos to attack, but I know that him being out of range, I don't have to worry about it. Once again, get Lucina to swap for the buff notification and stay in near save range. And I know that this time I will be able to bait out Triandra just because she's the only unit that can attack. And nobody has a rally or anything like that, so she is forced to attack. Which again, it just helps that when they attack me, I can attack them back and I can inflict deep wounds. Alright, so Meteos comes to the front. So since there are no more range units, I decided to attack Duma just to deal some chip damage. And again, with Fatal Smoke, I don't have to worry about him healing afterwards. Everybody is within Lucina's save range. So the only thing I need to do is just swap for the negate buffs. Here I decided to dance Flora just to give her the buffs from Peony. So I want to get rid of the Ball Tower just so it doesn't do any damage to me. And I decide to see how much damage she does to Duma, and it turns out she kills him, so I just go for it. So yeah, got rid of a very annoying unit. I'm in near save range. Meteos attacks. I know he has damage reduction at this point, so I don't know exactly how much damage Lucina is dealing. So not able to kill him, and then the reposition happens over here, and I'm like, oh man, that's gonna be so annoying. Mostly because the traps being in front of me means I have to be careful and play around them. So I decided to take the other Aether to see if Freya can deal with her, but unfortunately, Freya cannot double her, which means she cannot break Miracle. So I swap again so I can dance her, see if I can do how much damage Flora can do. And still, color disadvantage here is not helping, so I decided, okay, Lucina has Aether ready. I'm not going to be able to inflict deep wounds on them, which is the main reason I wanted to attack. Just so Meteos wouldn't be able to heal, but since I cannot attack, so I'm like, okay, maybe with Aether, Lucina can deal enough damage. So once again, because damage reduction, I'm not really sure how much damage she's doing. So I was like, I'm hoping that it kills. But nope, not enough damage. And once again, the reposition. So over here, like, I'm like, okay, I gotta get rid of Meteos now, or find a way to deal deep wounds into him or whatever, because I cannot afford to waste turns having the chicken just reposition him over and over again. Freya just does not do enough damage to break Miracle, which is the problem here. So I'm like, okay, I need to get rid of Meteos somehow. And the only one that can do it is Air, from the position that we're on. But I also cannot step on the trap, so I have to come up with a way to be able to get Air in position to be able to take out Meteos. So I come up with the move her up one space and have Lucina swap with Peony, so Peony can dance Air. That way I can avoid the traps. And I know Air kills, so I just go for it. Barely kills though. At 8, he had 8 HP and she did 9 damage, so it was still a pretty close call. I was thinking about, like, if she doesn't kill, then at least get rid of the healing tower so he cannot heal again. Here I decided to make sure I have Lucina near save. I know Air can take a hit, but if I near save, then I can at least deal with Faye in enemy phase, and I don't have to deal with her in player phase. Now, the last thing I need to do is get Edelgard out of there. But yeah, Air's not gonna be able to deal with her, and I'm like, okay, Flora has Rupture Sky ready, so Flora is probably the best chance I gotta get rid of this Edelgard, but I need to also get my units up there. So I'm trying to find a way how to get Air in place while at the same time, like, try to near save with Lucina. And here I kind of mess up because I could have just moved Ash, and then I would have been able to teleport into a better positioning, but yeah, that didn't work out like that. So now I gotta get air out of there and just let her come out, see what I can do. I decided to test the trap to see, get it out of the way. Get Lucina in position for near save, and then I realized it's turn 7. So I'm like, okay, I kind of have to get rid of her now in enemy phase. So the only thing I can do right now is, I know that Bolt Trap on the right is within range of Edgar, and if that one is the real one, then I know she will take damage as much as I can, and even if it's a 50 trap, that just helps me even more. So I decided to use Flora to test that trap. So it turns out the real one, but it's only at 20. Now I know that the other trap is fake, so I decided to dance Flora from that position. And luckily enough, with Rupture Sky, she deals enough damage to just one-shot Edgar. So yeah, it just worked somehow. It did come out down to turn 7. I was lucky I didn't have to play any extra matches because I really didn't have time. Like, that was pretty much it. Like, I may have had to take whatever unit lost just because I knew I wouldn't be able to play before the reset, because the reset is at 2 and then my second break is at 2 in the morning, so literally could not play before that. So yeah, not having enough time and not being able to commentate, I decided to just skip the defense replays and only play that one match. I do look and there were successes, but that was pretty much it. And that will be it for this video as well. So once again, thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye.